Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Alex from Masson Lifestyle. It's been a while and guys, I've been coding a lot, releasing a lot of apps, um, and actually sewing, believe it or not, and kind of like paying a little bit of attention to what's happening to simplicity and all that stuff, but I'll probably post another video at a later time. But let me show you what patterns I've been getting. I've been getting I've been getting some patterns from Simplicity, and I've also been I had a list on Pinterest for a very long time on what patterns I wanted to buy. And guys, I put my lists and I just wait because some of the patterns are not available because they are vintage and they're very old, and some patterns are available and people ask like crazy prices. And to me, crazy prices is like anything over $25 for a vintage pattern, you're nuts. So I just sit and wait and wait and wait and wait until I find it at a reasonable price. And then I pull the trigger, but I'll just start out showing you what I got. I'm very much into knits in the fall and mostly the entire winter. I wear knits, guys. If you don't know about it, knits keep you warm. And if you are very active, for example, I walk my dogs, I pick up the kids from school and back. I am running around the house throughout the day doing different things because I'm coding, so I'm in front of the computer the entire time. So I definitely like to get up and stretch, go around the block, do something different, test out an app. So I'm just trying to constantly be on the move versus sitting in front of the computer the entire time. So I do wear a lot of knits. And before Simplicity got, before the sale of Simplicity to Abby Small, I was able to actually buy two patterns. You guys know that they had the sales. I don't know if that's going to keep happening. Let's hope they do. But if they do, great. And if not, I'm still very happy that somebody's going to continue with the big four. But I got pattern Vogue 2128. It is a knit dress. I love that neckline. You have short sleeves, and obviously a pattern like this, you can shorten this for summertime or you can keep it long. It is a beautiful pattern. I had it on my list. Here's another one that you guys will say like, why did you buy that? Like, why did you buy that? And guys, I buy patterns like this, 2131. Let me tell you something. Alexandra is not going nowhere, okay? Not going nowhere that I would need a pattern like this. And my daughter's not wearing a prom dress like this. So let's just start right there. But I bought a pattern like this because I want to look at the instructions, right? I want to see how are they keeping this part of the dress, right? What kind of fabrics they're using, what kind of fabric are they using for that peak on, what is that, right hand side, right? I really want to see like what type of fabric, what are they doing? Are they doing a stay? Are they doing a corset? Are they reinforcing the fabric, or right where all of this is attaching? So this is kind of like an advanced pattern, but this is the kind of stuff that the big four is known for, especially for a Vogue pattern where you got some pretty difficult stuff. And if you ever want to tackle stuff like this, right, you have the instructions, you have a little bit more hand holding. So I doubt it I'll be going anywhere, but this is one of those patterns that I want to have what I call in the stash because I really want to look at the instructions for this, and there will be a learning lesson under it. So I got it. I also noticed that I have a lot of wovens. And I wouldn't say I have a ton of wovens, but I have probably about like 10 fabrics with around 2.5 to 3 yards. Some of it is like viscose twill, which is great to make a dress right now in the winter time. And actually some viscose fabrics that I just want to try some different styles. And if you saw these two patterns, I believe neither of these two patterns are I believe neither of these two patterns are in print right now. They are definitely out of print because I had to buy them off of Etsy, but they are pretty much classic styles, right? So, I mean, Butterick 6016, you can actually even create a sloper out of this pattern. You have that French dart, right? You do have a seam in the middle, but I mean, I wonder if they put that seam in the middle just so you can play around with your dart, right? That if you want to move it perhaps to the center or whatnot. But I really thought that this pattern was a nice one to have. And I'm going to test out some of those fabrics that I have here. And sure enough, some of it requires 2.5 if I have 45-inch wide fabric, or just a touch under 2, right? And I usually look at the larger size range, guys. It is lined. I would think that the bodice is lined and maybe some of the skirt, but I also like that A-line detail in there. I don't know about that little bow over there, but whatever. Again, a nice, even like a sloper block pattern. Same reason why I bought that one, Butterick 5851. I love V necklines, and I've said this numerous times. If you are a busty girl, let me tell you something. V-neck patterns are the thing to really wear, just because it really kind of elongates you and just keeps the eye moving down. And here are some of the patterns that I'm gonna call the vintage ones, and I found this like on Etsy for like $7.99. This is a vintage micro cores pattern. It's 26.25. When is this from? Let me try to see. It is from 2002, so it's got some years on it. But again, a knit dress, really low neckline. I love that. Again, knit dress, and way back when it was just a couple of sizes per pattern. Here is another one, and I actually bought fabric for this, and somebody's gonna say, Alexandra, that is like so out of style. Guess what? I don't care. I'm past 40. I don't care or what they have to say. But again, another V neckline style. And then you have a knitted skirt with like a side slip. I hate to say it, it's still pretty darn sexy. It's a Donna Karan pattern. It's 25.55. Here's one that I am going to be making. I need to make a muslin out of it because I got some Melton wool / cashmere fabric from We Are the Fabric store in Australia. And guys, if you don't know, they are going over there into spring, so they wanted to get rid of the wool coatings, and I got 3 meters, so it's a little bit over 3 yards for less than $75, and that included shipping. When I ordered it, it was before all of this crazy tariff stuff that we're dealing with, so I was able to get it at a great price. But Cloud Montana, this is $25.38 on Etsy, and I love that dress. I believe that is a woven. I'm not gonna kind of look at that right now. I definitely love this wool coat. And here are some other kind of like fun patterns. 93.70. I love that neckline. Again, this is a pattern I had been looking at for like 5 years. Out of randomly last week, I just said, I wonder if I can find it. And sure enough, I was able to find it. It's size 18 and 20. We shall see how big the sizing is, but I'm kind of excited to make it because I got plenty of knits here to make something like that. So this pattern, I also got size 14. I am going to have to extend this, and it's got the Hancock fabric stamps, which is kind of funny, but it's a Vogue 7080. It's one of those patterns that kind of just came out of the blue, suggested. I loved it. This was the largest size that I can find. I believe the largest size that it comes in is like 16. Of course, I'm sure that it was very much used up, but look at this green dress. How cute is that? You have button downs, right? You have pockets. It comes with a little capelet, and it's got like a little ruffle at the bottom if you wanted to add it to. So definitely a nice little pattern that I can just, I can grade it up and make it something for summer. So I thought that was a fun pattern. Here's one that I've been looking at for quite some time, and I found it in a bunch of places for like 45 bucks, and I'm thinking, you are nuts, nuts. But I was able to find it for $20, including shipping. So I went ahead and got it. It is another Donna Karan pattern. It's a Vogue 1324. I love the skirt. Let me show you guys the line drawings, the skirt, right? Again, it's, you can make the top in charmeuse, like wear jersey, and then the skirt in like a wool double knit. Ooh, love that. Again, beautiful skirt. You can wear that with a really nice sweater. And here's one that I have been looking at for, again, quite some time, and I was able to find it at a reasonable price. Again, under 25 bucks. That's the budget, under 25 bucks. And this is not something that I'm going crazy every week and spending 25 bucks. It's like, okay, we're gonna wait a while because that was a little expensive, right? But this is one of those old Vogue patterns. And I also really make sure if I'm gonna buy something that's vintage, that's something that I would wear. But I thought that these welt pockets on this dress and then that neckline is absolutely beautiful. I love that it comes also in long sleeves. It is a Vogue 25, 23. So guys, are there any older patterns that you guys absolutely love and that you are hunting down for? Tell me in the comments below. I always like hearing what people are looking for out there, those vintage old patterns. And yeah, what are you getting? Let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them below. And I will see you guys next week. I'm going to do a video on how to download my app for free. It's called Measurees, and I'll put a link on the description box below. And I'm also going to do a video on my sewing plans, what I'm thinking for fall and why. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Bye.